Hey everybody, welcome to Intro to Drawing 101. My name's Derek Stevens. I'm the crow on the forums. I do the daily drops, the crow's nest, and I'm here to prove to you that anybody can draw by using basic shapes. Now, this entire class is very comprehensive. We're going to go in depth into perspective. We're going to do shading. We're going to talk about still life drawing, more realism sort of drawing. This is going to be an actual course that you would take at a college-like level. Now on the screen, real quick, what I want to show you is this is what I do for a living. I'm a concept artist and comic book artist. This here is my little girl, whose name is Jayla Isabel Stevens. So I had to learn how to draw what I'm going to show you from observation and understanding lights and shadows, line with variation, and perspective before I start drawing all this. So comic book work, more concept work for 3dbuzz.com, a mermaid and an eel. And again, all this is done by looking at simple shapes, and I'm going to show you all of this. Going back to my 3D roots in Maya, when you have a good understanding and grasp of anatomy, you can work in the topology of a 3D model like nobody's business because you understand where the muscle mass is at. And lights and shadows work in real life like they do in 3D. So you'll be able to do this, hopefully, because we've got tons of things to look at on 3D Buzz for training videos. Also doing turnarounds for comic books. This is another tool for 3D modelers to be able to have. And last but not least, I got my little alien guy there again for my sci-fi class on 3dbuzz.com. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started, shall we? What I'm going to do here is I'm using Photoshop. I'm going to hit New, as my computer thinks. I'm going to have 300 dpi. I like to work at that resolution. It gives me more I guess paper, ink to grab. It gives me higher amounts of detail. I like to work big. I won't actually do 50 by 50, that's for a different project, but I will do 20 by 20. So now that we're all on the same page, it is 20 by 20 width and height, all in inches. 300 dpi is the resolution. I work big, because when I work big, I shrink it down. Even in my roots in the comic book industry, the old style Bristol boards that I used to be accustomed to using before I pretty much became all digital was 11 by 17. You work big, you shrink it down to a normal book size, and all that detail really tightens up and it looks beautiful. So let's go and get started, shall we? I'm going to come in here right now. You can see that it's white. I don't want white. I want to have a black pen. Let's go up to my brushes here. Hit B for hotkey for my brushes. And you see this pops up. I want to make sure I have a hard surface that is selected. And we'll give it a test render right here. That's fine, but let's go ahead and pump our brush up to, say, 13 to 15 is good. Okay, I have a little more control right here. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to create a layer. I believe in working in layers and keeping everything organized. So I'm going to create this bullocks. I'm going to create a layer right here, and I'm going to name it base. And this first rendering that we're going to do, some of you may have not seen some other of my classes before. But I'm going to prove to you by using simple shapes, you can draw anything. And that's the crux of what I believe. Whenever I draw, I love drawing women. That's kind of my forte. I'm known for that. But instead of seeing their curves and women's anatomy and stuff, I actually see cylinders, I see circles, I see shapes like that. Because everything's broken down to simple shapes. So without any further ado, some instruction. If I tell you to draw an X right here, what you need to do on this canvas size, it's 20 by 20, 300 dpi, you draw it right here. You don't draw it up here. You don't draw it down here. Because I want your movements to match my movements. I'm going to bring my brush size up to a little 30, I like that a little bit better. So what we're going to do is in the middle of the canvas, we're going to draw a letter C, like this. Just a letter C. Now you can almost imagine from here to here, there's like a dotted connected line that you can't see, so I want these to be even. So we draw the letter C. Alright, from here we're going to draw the letter N as in November. At the top right here, I'm going to draw the letter N like this. It's not too fat, it's not too wide, and again from here to here, you almost want to pretend there's a line that is connecting the two. So I draw the letter C, I draw the letter N, and you're like, what in the heck are you doing, Derek? Well, I'm not going to tell you what we're going to draw, because if I tell you what we're going to draw, you're going to have these preconceived notions. Well, I can't do that. I'm here to tell you that you can We're going to learn to marry our logical side, our left side of our brain, to our creative side, the right side of the brain. So we have the best of both worlds. Right now I'm concentrating on the left side of the brain to make it more logical and more procedural. So I drew the letter C, I drew the letter N, and from right up here, I come up and draw another letter N like this. It's not super big, it's not super fat, and again I'm looking at this line from here to here. It's an imaginary line, but they're even. So we draw the letter C, draw the letter N, and draw a bigger letter N. And you guessed it, we're going to make another upside down N as in November. Go ahead and start out like this, come out like this, and then connect it. Hit my Control Z, let's do that one more time so I can show you. Come down here like this, then connect it. And I'm going to repeat a lot. I'm a firm believer the more I repeat, the more you're going to understand. So that's your code up right here. We drew the letter C and 3 letter N's. And what you're going to do from the very middle, right here, you can see that dot, you're going to draw a letter S. It's kind of like a lazy letter S. I'm going to come like this. Down here. So again, it's kind of a lazy letter S, no problem. What I'm going to do is, bear with me in my sound effects, I go, boop, there you go. It's a boop sound effect. I'll make a little curly Q, just right here. And from this apex of the curly Q, I'll zoom in here for you like this. I'm going to come down here, nice and smooth. I'll bring it around like this. I'll zoom back. Now you don't want it too thin, you don't want it to go around here like that and all wiggly lined. Again, try to follow along. There's no shame into stopping the program, rewinding, redoing. As you guys are catching up, let me tell you a small story. A guy named Christopher Shy, who I love and respect, a great guy, a very good mentor. He told me once, he's like, hey, Derek, you want to learn the secret to drawing? I'm like, yeah, I want to learn the secret to drawing. What is the secret to drawing? How can I draw like you? Because he was great, he was brilliant. And he said, well, the secret is there is no secret. I'm like, what? I'm like, can't I take a vitamin? Can I sleep 8 hours a day and be a better artist? That's debatable. Vitamins are important, and sleep is definitely important. But he said, no, there's no secret. You have to draw every day. Draw, 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 draw. So that's what I hope you guys get to do. You're at work, you can doodle. You're at school, you can doodle. But definitely pay attention and don't let the teacher bop you on the head. So we got all this base area right through here. What I'm going to do is come up in this corner like this, and I'm going to make this shape here. What is that shape? I'm not for sure. We'll call it a wide spread letter N. We'll come up here for a little bit of detail, make another little nook. So I come back like this. This is what we have so far. Can you tell me what we're drawing? Yep, maybe. Nope. I don't know. Here we go. So you're right, we're drawing a duck. Good job, congratulations. So we're drawing the bill from the C to the N to another letter N, and we do the lazy letter S, lazy letter S. Thank you very much. I'm going to give this guy a tongue. Is this an oval shape? I'm going to pop in a little nostril right here for his nose so he can breathe. We're going to come up here on top of the bill, right here in the middle, right there. I'm going to draw a straight line like this. And from this point here, I'm going to bring this down all the way to our nook started. I'm going to come over here just a little bit like this, making it even here. And then I'll bring this down like that. And then I'm going to go like McDonald's arches. 1 and 2. And literally I'll bring my brush size up. B for brush size up quite a bit. What we can do is we can color these in so he has very dark eyes. And later on I'm going to show you about the multi-level, the layers, and the burn tools, dodge tools, and all that. It's not really a Photoshop class, but these are tools that are important to me that I use every day to make money. And maybe you're not here to make money, maybe you're just here to draw and have fun. But I wanted to give you the tools, so if this is a vocation you want to venture into, I want to make it as easy for you as possible. Right, so now if I look at my brush size, super huge. So I'm going to come back down here and bring it down to a 25. Here it is, 25. And I'm going to come back here. Here's the mouth. I'm coming a little bit back here, making one smooth line like this, nice and smooth. And from here, I'm going to draw 2 triangles. Ready? Here we go. I'm going to draw 1, 2, and then look at this jawline right here, coming back around here, and draw 1, and right where this jaw comes up here, come down a little bit, draw 2, and then a little Photoshop secret that I like to use. I hit my E for my eraser tool. I hit my eraser tool, come on there. Let's bring it up to like 25. I have a couple little highlights, and then I'm going to make this a monstrous thing at a 70. And give them a little more highlights in the eyes like this. So now what I do is I go to my image size, and is it 20 by 20? I will do a 10 by 10. Bring it down here. It shrinks down a little bit, and you guys drew your first drawing. It's a duck. Congratulations, you're not quackers. Okay, that's a bad joke. You probably don't listen to that again. But it's a duck, seriously. You drew it by drawing the letter N several times, the lazy letter S, which is very hard to say, mind you. And there you have it. There you are. This is your duck. Congratulations. The next class is going to be fantastic. So put your thinking caps on, sharpen your pencils, so you can follow along using pencils as well. I'll try to use both vocations, digital and using paper. So congratulations on your duck. I can't wait to see it. Again, my name's Derek Stevens. I am the Crow on the forums at 3dbuzz.com, and we do daily drops called The Crow's Nest. Thank you very much for your time.